Rechov ben Maimon in Rechavia, a neighborhood in Jerusalem, and Ben Maimon was Maimonides. His father was Maimonides, means in Greek son of Maimon. So I'll say a little bit about what happened on Shabbat. I was just visiting with my friend Gil in the center of town. I had a little Melava malka. Wonderful friend, really. And made some great eggplant. And played, Assassin's Creed. I hadn't played tried to play Assassin's Creed ever since my kids were small. So I learned a little bit how to do that. Sichat Nefesh. And Torah, what did we learn? We learned that this Shabbos that the difference between the upper waters and the lower waters is just a hair's breadth. What does that mean? Water is, in Genesis 1 verse 7, talks about making the firmament, the expanse. You could also translate the rakia, could be a firmament, a sky, or an expanse. And perhaps it's a hemisphere, stratosphere, atmosphere. So, upper waters, God divided between the waters above the rakia and below. What is water? Water is desire. Why is water desire? You feel desire, your water is well up. It's because that's one possible answer. You desire, you want. There's nothing more when you don't have water and you're thirsty. It's a hot day. Perhaps you're walking in the desert and you have no water. There's no greater desire than the desire for water. So, when in the Talmud, Ben Zoma, they wanted to see if his mind was damaged. He answered some questions correctly. But he said there's a 3 fingers breadth between the upper waters and the lower waters. So Rabbi Mordechai Yosef of Izbitzer says that he was making a mistake in saying that there's different sources of desire. All desire is one. It's one continuum. What we do with the desire is another thing. So what's the Rebbe of Radzin, the grandson of the Mei HaShiloah, he explains that when we do something with our intellect, it's limited. It's not godlike. He's saying this is good, that's bad, I go right, I go left, this is smart, that's not smart. That limits it. But our nature, that's the godlike quality in a person. What you can do with the nature God imprinted upon you. That includes desire. Really, the desire is all one source. So, what does that mean in terms of my life? When I'm looking at somebody else, I say, this person has a good desire. He wants to feed poor people. He wants to bring beautiful art into the world. To write a book or something. Enlighten people to a good idea. It's a good desire. And a lower desire. Food, women, hanging out in restaurants all the time. It's the same. It's the same source of that desire. So, what does it mean that our nature is godlike? That when we let go and let God, and we manage to refine ourselves to the level where I know where I am, and I know who I am, and I know more or less what God wants from me. No, I'm not a seeker. I found myself. I have such an illumination, knowing who I am. Then you don't have to think so much using your intellect. You just go, and that's where you're supposed to go. God bless to be in that place where you know who you are, you found yourself. You don't have to think too much. You're really that very nature. Think of that nature. I've worked on myself. I've refined myself. I may have had to fast until my teeth turned black, or maybe I just had to do some inner work. I just got to a point in my life when somebody said something to me, and now I know who I am. Then you can trust your instincts. And until then, there's a lot of examination. So God bless you to know what to do, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run.